day, guys. I hope you are doing well, and I trust you are doing well, and I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. So that's that, and what I want to do right now is I posted a video yesterday, or I created a video, or I did a video, whatever the right English is, and I actually titled it comparison video, comparison for evidence-based video, or let me just call it confidence. Okay, not comparison, confidence-based video. And I actually showed you guys. So this video is this one particularly is actually not for you, but I'm actually planning on posting it to the group also. I'm actually creating it for my guy. So I'm actually going to. It's actually a real deal. So the thing is, I want to show you that I didn't just formulate any strategy, or I did not just formulate any rules based on my own ideas. My own sole purpose of creating these rules was because I drafted them out from a consistently profitable trader who is Dax, and I noticed that all these rules, I didn't just form them in my head. Like, I actually took those rules after realizing something common among Dax setup. So that is just that. So let us dive into Dax setup right now. So what will I be doing? I will be comparing Dax setups in comparison to my rules. So what is my rule? Now take note, because I might delete it off. Just have it at the back of your mind. So the rule states that, number one, it states the first. So I have two types of mapping out structure and liquidity, and this is not a type 1, type 2 model. Like, there's two types of spotting the right structure and liquidity. Now the first law is the DAX type structure must be formed as the real DAX structure on the first time frame it appeared, which means that we want to make sure. I explained it yesterday, but let me just reference back to it. Which means that we want to make sure, or I want to make sure, that anytime I spot a structure according to DAX model, I want to always confirm that the first time frame that printed the structure, what we call the market structure, that first time frame printed what we call the DAX structure type. That time frame printed what we call the DAX structure type. So that is the first rule. Now the second rule for spotting it out is, if I have a third break after a liquidity as LIQUIDUITY. See, maybe I'll get this. Is this spelling for liquidity? LIQUIDITY. Sorry. So if I have a third break after a liquidity, which means that I need to first have my DAX type structure. Then after that, I need to have my structural liquidity. Then if I have a third break, remember, this third break must not be a structure, it must be a basic market structure. If I have a third break after that liquidity, the next thing I want to do is if I have a third break after a liquidity, I want to go to my next lower time frame. Please take note, next lower time frame, not time frames. Just one next lower time frame to check if I have what I call a DAX type structure. Now that is that. Now I also have another rule that you guys need to take note. Anytime I have DAX structure without a liquidity on that time frame, I want to go to the next lower time frame, not time frames. next lower time frame to check if I have a liquidity or not. Now, I don't know if you will screenshot this rule. I don't know if you will paste this rule somewhere. But then, if you are not confident enough to screenshot this rule now, at least you want to go through Thissdax setup. You want to go through his setup and check if all these rules I analyzed are actually consistent with Thissdax setup. If they are consistent, then you are good to screenshot it. If they are not consistent, then you are free to take it off. Now, I want to say something. Out of all of Thissdax setup, there are some that are not consistent with these rules, and I didn't really bother because let's say that out of 30 trades, for instance, let's say I picked 30 setups out of Thissdax setup. This rule was consistent with almost 25, and 5. I don't know how we formulated it. I didn't even try to figure it out. Except from one where I figured it out. I figured one out, and how did I figure it out? Obviously, you can't just figure one out based on one sample. I figured this one out with I don't know if you guys know a guy that is called BC. They call him Billionaire Code on Twitter. I have actually seen that setup on his page before. Then I actually saw it. Then after that, I saw it again on his setup, and I saw that it was actually like consistent. That was where I figured it out. So I don't want to convince you guys because like it's okay. Let me just tell you. Let me just put it together. I didn't teach you that, so let me just put that one for you. Actually, I'm creating this video for my guy. That's the only reason why I'm getting the benefit of getting it. If not, I'm not going to be explaining it, but let me explain it now. Before I formulate the rules, that rule states that if I have two basic market structure, you know, that first appeared on a particular time frame. Let's say that I have two basic market structure that appeared on it, that the first time frame they appeared, they happen to be two basic market structure. I need to go to my next lower time frame to check if this guy below here has a sweep, which is that structure, and this guy here, this second one here, let me now move this one. This second guy here must not have a sweep. It must just be a V-shaped structure or a U-shaped structure, or let me just call it a simple name, a basic market structure. Understand that rule? Like, understand it now. So there's no need for me to type it since I just explained it. And how can I what sample of trade can I use to actually clarify this? Okay, let me show you a sample. Let me show you a trade on NZD/USD because that's the only sample I guess I've not explained. Let me show you on NZD/USD. So yeah, that is it. It happened so that's the one I quite remember from studying. So it happened last year. I've actually studied a lot. That's why I could remember where this setup is. There is one that happened on GBP, XAUSD, but I don't remember where specifically they are. But NZD/USD happens to be the one I actually remember. And the reason why I want to use the example is because it's actually a trade that BC took himself. So where is this setup, for crying out loud? Oh, NZD/USD, where are you, man? Nigga, who you? Where are you, nigga? This is 2025, so it is not here. Is it NZD/USD? I don't remember, but I know say now one USD pair. Well, me had this cow through. I go see him now. No for I go see him now. I'm the only guy that watched the movie. There's this movie titled "How to Kill a Monkey." Nollywood movie. I watched that movie for. My guy was surprised. He gave it to me to watch, and I finished the whole episode within an hour 50 minutes. And I was surprised. How did I watch 7-episode movie that consists of 1 hour movie for 1 hour? And I said that's the power of fast forwarding. We get time to watch movie for almost 8 hours. I actually do watch sometimes, so don't say that you wouldn't watch movie. I watch movie sometimes, but not consistent. At least I can watch 30 hours movie for let's say 2 hours or 3 hours. I enjoy it like that. So let's go back. Where did I find this guy? It's not on NZD. It's not on NZD now. Omo, I won't lie, I can't find you. So let's go to AUD. We will check all USD pair that we can actually remember. So that's the best edge right now. This was 2025, so it was not 2025. And I will find it. Or let me check the weekly time frame. I will understand it from the weekly time frame. Maybe I can find it there. Okay, let me check NZD USD back. But I remember I was doing a study. Oh God. Let me just count through. Far the thing far safe. But may I check around let me just check the 4 hours time frame around these zones. I should be able to find it. I'm so sorry. I just have to find it. I could actually skip this video without finding it, but like I said, I'm creating this video for my guy, so it's important for me to find it for him. Very, very important. I don't find this stuff. I can't remember. Maybe what I will do is I will create another video by when I find it, because I know they say I'm now. I will just send it to my guy, but then I might just create a video when I see it. So don't let us delay ourselves. Let us just go back to the normal video, please. I'm so sorry I couldn't find it. Not that I couldn't find it, I don't remember where it is. So let me just go back to my normal video now. What do we want to do today? We want to compare. Let me go back. We want to compare dark setup with every rule, every goddamn rule I listed here. Don't delete time. That's why they fast delete. Okay, all these rules I listed here. I won't confirm them right now. If all these rules are listed here, if it actually correlates with dark setup. I feel like playing music. I feel like listening to Pastor Moron motivation, but it might actually distract me. I said distract. But you guys learn to listen to stuffs. Like when I say stuffs, I'm not saying rubbish. I'm talking about motivations, and I'm not saying motivation without working. Structured motivation. When I say structured motivation, I'm not saying, oh, pull up the gym. That's not what I'm saying, man. What I really mean is how finance works, how finance works, the laws of success, the laws of trading, motivations like go on Mr. Pick FX, listen to podcast, go to Word of Wisdom, listen to podcast, go to Moversity. Now listen to, you need to eat the gym. I'm a beast. I am. That as one too. I need to read books. I thank God I just mentioned that. So right now, let's go to the page. I'm sorry I ranted for some time. So let's go to this page right now. Now, dark setup. Let me, like I said, I'm clearing this so you can just back forward the movie to actually look for these rules. So I'm clearing this, guys, so that it won't distract me. Or should I just leave it? Let me just leave it here so that. But there's really no need. Let me just clear it off. Or you can just take the screenshot. So now we are going to be starting with DAX GBP/USD trade, and we can see that on this time frame we happen to post this time frame with the 1 hour time frame. Now I'm starting with GBP/USD now. So this happened when? This happened January 6, 2025. This is January 6, 2025. So what will I do now? I want to go to GBP/USD January 6, 2025. I'm not cutting price, so I want to show you. Now let's look for it. God. So this is it here, and I've studied it, so I know where it is. So don't be annoyed. So this is it here. So what can I see? I guess I explained this chart to you yesterday. So what do I notice there now? Starting from the monthly time frame, let's check it out from the monthly time frame so that it will be easy for us to check out. Now on the monthly time frame, we can actually see that we had this guy here, we had this break here, we had this break here on the monthly time frame, then we had this break here on the monthly time frame too. So from our structure, we know that the only thing we want to find inside the structure is liquidity. So now let's be patient. Now let's go to our weekly time frame. As you can see from our weekly time frame, when this guy formed, price has not broken this guy yet. And as you can see also from our daily time or from our monthly time frame, we have a structure here, then we have a break here, then we add this structure again, yeah, then we add this structure again. You remember that rule where I said anytime you have structure, liquidity, and a third break, what do we want to do? We want to go to our next lower time frame, which is the daily time frame, and please, when I talk about time frame, don't just jump through time frame. This thing also work with rules. I don't know when I'll be creating the video about rules, but at least you know that the monthly time frame works with the weekly time frame, the daily time frame works with the weekly time frame works with the daily time frame, the daily time frame works with the 4 hours time frame, at least for now. So I don't there are a lot of these rules till the 5 minutes time frame, but I will just send it to my guy, but maybe for you guys, I don't know when I'll be creating it. So but let's pappy. Now we've moved to the next lower time frame, and what can we see on the next lower time frame? We can see a sweep here, and we can see a break here. And remember that rule I said anytime you have a sweep and a break, we want to go to our next time frame to find liquidity. You remember I gave that rule. If you forgotten, rewind the video and listen to it. Now we want to move to our 4 hours time frame. And what can I find on my 4 hours time frame? I can find exactly a liquidity sitting above it. And this liquidity, does it has any sweep to confirm that it's a real liquidity? As we can see, we can actually see that this guy here has no sweep. They are just basic market structure inside of it. The only place that has a sweep here is this guy. So that is my POI for that. So okay, yeah, I wanted to tell you guys what POI to always use. I'm not just talking about POI that was mentioned in the video, POI that works with strategy. So what I would tell you is anytime you have Quasimodo, anytime you have Quasimodo, and this Quasimodo, this guy here, this Quasimodo here, anytime you have a Quasimodo, just use what I used to call it a support or resistance zone. Just use the flat base as your entry. But anytime you have a Quasimodo and your liquidity has used the flat base, just check if you have a flat base on your other block. Use that flat base. Price is always coming there. It's not every time, 80% of the time, because price always does not come there every time, but to come there 80% of the time. I actually studied that and I actually figured out, so that I can actually like capture your move well. And please, anytime you have this guy here, you have another flat base on your other block, please don't use the other block. Use this guy. No matter how pretty it is looking, no matter how sexy it is looking for you to catch good RR, please, and no matter the kind of space it might have, you might have ones that are like this and the liquidity are like this. I might be thinking, oh, should I use this one? If my flat base is here, I will have to cover the stop loss. Just use the price to give you your whatever around from study to give it to you. That's why I need to study. And if you are not so comfortable with it, one thing I would also suggest is, if you are not comfortable with using the flat base, I am not so sure about this, but then you can just use the 50% of the whole level from your liquidity and place your entry from here. Like I said, I am not so sure about this. The ones that I'm sure of, that's what I've told you. I'm not so sure about the percentage of price returning back to this zone. I'm not so sure about it. So you can study. I've studied. I don't want to give you. I use it sometimes, but there's this space where I use it. That there are some scenarios where I use it, and I don't want to. You might not understand it yet, so I'll find a way to explain it better. But then at least you can see that my rules here, with the rules I've created and that structure, follow this sample. Now, one sample is not enough. Let's check another sample. Okay, this is the GBPSD chart. This is the GBPSD. Now this is Euro NZD. Euro NZD. Now let's this on Euro NZD. It was January 7th, the 7th of January 2025. So let's check Euro NZD. So it happened 7th of January 2025. 7th of January 2025. So let's check. Is this okay? This is 2024. Let's go to 2025. January 7th of January 2025. Okay. This is 7th of January. No. 7th of January 2025. Now for what you can see, 7th of January 2025. Let me move this guy so that you can actually see it. We can only see series of candles. Yeah, so we can't find any structure. Please take note before you start saying that this is a structure, and you guys will say that it does not follow that rules. Because I know a lot of you guys pay attention to things, and your eyes might be seeing things. Please, before you start saying that, this guy here that formed here formed after that structure. You can also check it out yourself, because this is a break of structure. It is called a substructure. You need to know it is called a substructure. Now let's go to our 4 hours time frame. To our 4 hour time frame, please. Okay. So on our 4 hours time frame, what can we see now as a proof that guy formed after that structure? We can see that from our 4 hours time frame, we had a sweep here. And how is this guy a sweep? Because I know that you guys are saying that this is not a structure, price did not break any structure. Now there are rules to sweep. There are rules to this guy. I don't know how I will explain it to you, but there are a lot of things with this dark strategy, like a lot of things you need to understand. Now let me just explain this for you. Anytime you have a structure and you're expecting price to take out this, let's say that you have series of lows, price is coming, you're expecting price to kind of like break this low, but doesn't break that low. It just went back up, came back to sweep that low that was expected to break this low, but still did not break it, and went back immediately to just change the structure. It is a sweep. I'm not going to explain why, but because of my guy, I need to explain why. It is a sweep. Like there's no need. It is. I don't understand. All I just know that it works. It was consistent with that pattern, so it works. So that just understand that that's the rule. Now let's go back. So the first time frame that guy appeared on was on the 4 hours time frame, and it was an original sweep. But as usual, we don't have any liquidity. So what do we do next? We go to our, for this, the next lower time frame for 4 hours is 2 hours. Go to your next lower time frame. It go shock you when you reach 1 hour. You go think say 30 minutes be your next lower time frame. You go think say 45 minutes is our next lower time frame. Because I know that many of you are already calculating. Okay, monthly time frame for weekly for daily, 4 hours for 2 hours, 2 hours for 1 hour, 1 hour for 45 minutes. Okay, you go tell me you where you can know it, sir. Go and study that chart. So what can you see? We have liquidity. Now, does this follow my rule again? Yes. I did not just form out any rule out of emotions. I did not follow out any rule. Maybe I study pattern. I don't form out any rule based on saying I create the strategy. I created the rule from somebody that is consistently profitable. So is it consistent? And you can see the break I marked out previously, it happened afterwards, after the whole scenario. So let's check another setup. Maybe we might just check 3 because I should not bore you up. I want so that you guys can actually study. And again, these are dark students. I'm not using dark student setup so that your confidence level can be high. So that you know say that these are dark students. I'm only using dark stats. So let's go. It was doing blah blah blah, yeah. Blah blah blah. So now this guy here, GBPSD, this is one of the setup whereby my rules didn't follow. I don't understand why I took that trade. So that's one out of it. So let's go to our next. I'm transparent with you guys right now, so I'm not cutting it out of the video. I don't care. Now we have this guy here. I will explain because this example is even a very solid one. I need to explain something to you guys. It was not in the rule, and my mind skipped it because these are part of the things that you get if you pay to learn. But because I'm actually making this video for my guy, that's the reason why you are privileged to understand it now. So let me go to USD CHF January 21st of January 2025. USD CHF. Oh baby, daily time frame 21st of January. 21st of January. Where is it? Oh Chimo. Is it USD CHF? Did I cut price? I didn't cut price now. So what happened? It is USD CHF now. USD CHF. I didn't cut price. So what was popping here? Okay, I've seen it. USD CHF. So January 21. Okay, this is it. Now I want to tell you something. This guy on the daily time frame, had it been you saw this guy when price was here, it would have been easy for you. Because right now, this was the first time frame this guy appeared. We had our sweep here, and obviously we know that this guy here is liquidity, because it was just a basic market structure in the first time frame it formed. But then when DAX posted this chart, price has not broken this guy. It appeared when price was still here on the 4 hours time frame, and on the 4 hours time frame it had an original structure. Now this is where you guys might come for me and say, thank God the rule did not work. You can see we had a sweep here, and I'm transparent about this. One thing I want to tell you is this: across all the charts, go and check it out. Across all the charts, I don't care. Across all the charts on the daily time frame, anytime you have price coming from a structure like this, we have this and we have this, and price sweeps this structure and creates something like this afterwards. Like the first time frame it appeared, it was like exactly like this. You didn't find a sweep. Trust me, if you go to your next lower time frame and what you find is is a sweep, price will wipe it out. What price will do is price will use this eye, which happen to be a structure on this 4 hours time frame. Price will sweep it, then sell off. Now let me show you what I mean. Let's go back to our daily time frame. We had this guy here, we had this sweep here, then we had this liquidity here that price took out. You can see that on the first time frame it appeared on, immediately price took out that liquidity. It never had a sweep. It never, let me delete this one so that your eyes will not start seeing rubbish. It never had a sweep. It only had a break of structure. It only had a break of structure. On a normal day, nobody teaches you structure and liquidity and starts showing you one by one trade. The reason why I'm doing this is because my guy paid for mentorship. Even all these mentors that we all know, they don't show us charts one by one. You guys are privileged. You guys are so privileged to see charts one by one. You can pay to either get the full package, or you can keep on opening for me to post videos. It will get to a point whereby I will only focus on my guy. and I'll keep on posting, just sending to him, you know. So if you want to tap along, pay. You can see that this guy here didn't form a sweep. So that is that. So admin price did not break this guy. What we be expecting was price to reverse, break it, sweep it, and then sell off. So that is that. So that is an hint about that, and it still correlates with my strategy, because even this guy from the very beginning, if you actually know what you are doing from the very beginning, you should not even trade it on the 4 hours time frame, because it was just a normal basic. It was just a normal basic market structure. But then, in order for you not to get confused, at least this has done justice to that. So let's check another chart. So this is GBP AUD, and it appeared 22nd of January. Now let's check again. GBP AUD 22nd of January. I guess this is where I'll be stopping, or maybe I should just create one more to boost your confidence level. January is 22nd of January, and how you put it. I'm a Nigerian. I study English. I learn English every day. It's not my native language, but I'm actually good at it, at least to some degree. 22nd of January. Now, so perfect. So perfect. Again, I like to go because I'm actually showing you this. I won't just tell you I've studied. So let us do it again. Let's start from the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, what can we see? We can already see series of candles forming on this zone here. Remember, price did not break this guy lower. We really have series of candles forming on this guy here. So after series of candle, I went to my daily time frame to check if I have anything. And on my daily time frame, what can I find? Please take note. I can find this sweep here, because obviously you don't want to care about all this stupid break, because what actually happened was that price formed a buy structure from the very beginning. This was from the very beginning here. This was price forming another buy, wanting to form another buy structure, but it failed. So from the very beginning, this is our new structure. Now we all know that I had a sweep here, then I had a break here. The only difference is that I know that I won't be trading this rubbish. That's where you know that. That's where you need to identify, filter out your stuff. I didn't I saw this setup. I won't be trading this rubbish. So, but then it's still, we just want to make justice to our rules. We have a break, and then we had a break that was having as liquidity. Even though we know we won't be taking the trade, but at least it is liquidity. I know that I shouldn't be taking anything here. Then what do I have next? I have a third break. This guy here. This was the third break. So you might not see it well, but let me zoom out so that you guys will see it. Okay, please check very well. You can see that this middle black candle, take note, this middle black candle is above a little bit than these guys. Let me zoom out so that you can actually see it. You can check. Oh, I guess. Okay, please check out, please. You can see it clearly now. I guess you should be able to see clearly now. I should don't move more, but the only reason why I'm moving more is because of my guy. You can see that is actually clear. So let's go back now on the daily time frame. As you, from the rule I gave you earlier on, I told you anytime we have a third break, what do we want to do? I want to go to my next lower time frame, which is the 4 hours time frame. I want to go to my next lower time frame, which is the 4 hours time frame. And what do I want to do? Boom! You follow the same rule. We had a sweep. We had a second break. This serves as liquidity, and that is it. Should I do another chart? This is 33 minutes gone. Okay. I'm still going to continue the video, but I guess I have to stop here. So guys, this is it. I love you. Thank you.